It's spinning. I think it's coming on here. There it is. It says we are live. What's going on, Shane? How is Florida?
Oh, it's awesome right now. We're it's like 86 degrees yesterday afternoon.
That's too hot. I would
Yeah, it was a little warm, but could be worse, right?
How's the traffic with all the spring breakers coming down? Has that been good?
A little rough, but I went out to the beach yesterday to wrap up some inspections for a new contract, and I think I averaged about 6 miles an hour for the last over 10 miles. It was a little slow.
I would have a heart attack. I think our kid is on his way down there, so keep your eye out for him amongst the other throngs of college-age people behaving. I'm sure they'll be behaving appropriately in your state down there.
Depending on what beach he's at, he better be careful because you can get in trouble in some of these. They're pretty strict.
Are they? Well, yep. I think Gulf Coast, Clearwater area is where they're heading, or maybe south of there. So Fort Myers.
Just no open containers on the beach, or you get I think it's up to like $130 ticket now.
Well, $130. That's like a week's worth of beer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into real quick. Let's start reminiscing about the good old days. And so we're going to talk today about real estate Thursday thoughts. And the reason we say it's Thursday thoughts is it's your thoughts out there. Shane and I have been doing real estate a long time. Shane, how many years for you now?
This is year 13.
13. Stacy and Stacy started in 97. I started in 2000. So we're measuring now in decades. But if you have a question, you can post a question and we can put it up here on screen and we can answer it. But we got a couple things we want to talk about. Number one thing we want to talk about, Shane, is what is going on with rates right now?
Rates are low. That's a very good thing. So let's see here.
Crazy low. I've got a screen I can share. I want to show. I pulled something up here earlier. Tell me when you can see my screen. Whoop, hang on a second. I'm using this fancy pen of Stacy's. Hang on, I'm gonna put this up here. It is, I look probably crazy staring at the screen like this. I want people to see this. Boom, can you see that?
Yep, I got it.
Great, so this is obviously, this is from San Diego, but they were talking about rates right now. In the middle of the screen here, 30-year fixed rate mortgage, 3.19% on Wednesday morning. That's at or near the lowest level since Freddie Mac started recording rates in 1972. I heard about somebody the other day. They got a fixed rate under 3. It started with a 2.
That's incredible.
It's incredible, right? So what does that equate to somebody? I just want somebody, like people are out there going, well, what the heck's that mean to me? The lower rate makes the monthly cost of a median priced home in San Diego County, which is $585 there, $367 less than it did a year ago when rates were at 4.5. So if you think about that, just a rate drop lowering your price of your house payment, basically a car payment worth, right? You can get a car.
Yeah, I mean that's $4,000 a year. Take the family on vacation.
It really is. It's a vacation or it's a new car payment. I mean, really incredible what's going on. So here's what their analysis was, and I think I agree with it. Tell me what you think about this, Shane. The fears of the coronavirus have indirectly lowered interest rates. So people panicked, right? With the stock market, the coronavirus came, and the Federal Reserve had to go and they had to cut a rate. But what happened is it's driving the rates lower because people are getting out of stocks and they're pouring them into bonds, which is a more secure, technically more secure, right, investment vehicle. Yep. And so it's driving rates down, making mortgage rates better. So if you thought it couldn't get any better, folks, it could. And it has. We're literally seeing rates, better rates as far as that goes. So that was pretty cool. Whoa, I zoomed in on our face there. There we go.
Got bigger.
We're very pretty. We want to zoom in on our face on that. So pretty great, very interesting stuff on that. If you think about it, if you're out there looking at buying a house or moving up or something like that, with the interest rates at 3 or below, it's free money. The houses are appreciating between 3.5% and 5% a year. You're borrowing at 3%. You're getting to write off the interest. You're basically borrowing it for free if you look at it that way. It's nuts as far as what's going on. Exciting.
Oh yeah, I mean that really helps since, like you said, values are up there about as high as they've ever been on a lot of these properties. The other thing that I was just reviewing numbers because our Pinellas Realtor organization just published statistics for January of 2020 a few days ago. So I was just looking those over. Something else that I've been telling people for years now, tracking the numbers, that inventory is low. It's the lowest I've ever seen it. I'm not sure how far back they track it, if it's technically the lowest that it's ever been, but single family homes, that's what I like to focus on, Pinellas County. A year ago, we had 3,500 properties. In January of 2020, we had 2,400 properties. That was it. That's
For 4 million people. How many people do you have there? Like 4 million or something, right?
Pinellas County, I think, is just under 1 million. I think we're 990, something like that. So, I mean, we've got condos and townhomes too, but just single family properties, 2,500 of them. That's it. I mean, that's crazy.
Columbus is in the same boat with inventory. Less than 2,500 homes available, but 10,000 real estate agents. So you have 4 agents for every house, basically. So here's what we're helping our buyers with. You tell me if you guys are doing this, Shane, down where you're at. But there's off-market homes that are out there. There are homes that you can't find on MLS. You can't find on the Z Word. We don't even say the Z Word in our house. We're not allowed to say it here. You can't find it on Realtor.com. But we have them. They're off-market ones that we can have. And what we're having a lot of people do is build, believe it or not, build a new home. A lot of our baby boomers are able, now that the kids are out, to go out and find a real nice 2, 3, 4, 5 acre piece of ground and build a brand new home exactly the way they want it. And they're out a little bit, but not out so far that they miss out on everything. It's been really great. The builders are picking up the pace and helping out. Whether you want to be in a neighborhood or when you want to live out on some land, we can do that here for people in Columbus. And you're not going to find that stuff on the Z Word or Realtor.com. You're going to have to come to us, and we can help navigate you through that. What's it like down there? What are they doing for the inventory problem down there?
I mean, right in our little area in Pinellas, there's not a whole lot of new construction unless you are looking for a condo or a townhome, where they're redeveloping a lot of these sites now because the market's hot. So any piece of property that's got any potential to put a 100-unit condo building on, they're doing it. But if you're looking for single family, we have it. It's kind of like what you said. It's out a little bit. It's probably out a little further from where I am here in the Clearwater, Palm Harbor, Pinellas County area. But north of Tampa, a lot of that area that was just nothing when I moved down here. You got off the interstate and it was just basically Florida jungle. There are huge neighborhoods going in out there. Gosh, everybody. I mean, D.R. Horton's out there, MI, Ryan, Rutland. There's every builder we've got is out there building stuff right now, and that's about 30 minutes north of Tampa. And there's some other benefits to that too with taxes, because that puts you into a different county that has a lower tax rate. Hillsborough has Hillsborough County, where Tampa is, has taxes that are a little bit higher. So another added benefit is if you go up there, not only do you get a new home and the builder incentives, but you're going to get a little bit lower property tax rate too.
And what's it for someone in Florida? What's it cost them to have you represent them on a new build?
Doesn't cost them anything.
Same here. Like if you go into the builder and you're a buyer, you're talking to the builder rep. They're being all nice and everything like that, but make no mistake, they represent who, Shane?
Oh, they represent the builder.
They represent the builder, right? So I like to equate it to this. Like, you could go to court yourself and represent yourself, but let's say the other party has an attorney. The court will let you represent yourself, but should you?
No, I wouldn't.
No. But what if they were giving you free legal representation, right? They were going to work on your behalf for free. Wouldn't you take it?
Oh, absolutely.
Perfect. That's exactly, that's the analogy I always use with going to buy a new build home. They're going to be nice to you and things like that, but having representation doesn't cost you a thing. Why not have a realtor represent you to go in and help you through the build process and help keep it nice and smooth? It doesn't cost you anything, and you got the representation. So I love that there. What else? There's some off-market stuff out there. The dreaded FSBO, for sale by owner. You had a good story about that just this past week, didn't you, Shane?
Yep. The contract I'm working right now is actually buyers that I'm representing, and the property, because we couldn't find anything on the MLS that fit their needs. We saw a lady that had put a sign up while we were looking at a listed property. And so we went over and talked to her. She wasn't ready. And then we went back a month later, once she was ready to have people come inside and take a look at it. And it ended up being almost a perfect fit for the buyer. And so it's been a little more challenging than dealing with other agents that we know and love. But that's why I'm there for the buyers too. So we've gotten through the worst of it now.
You can still have representation if you want to buy a for sale by owner home. In fact, I would tell you, you 10x need representation on the buy side. If you're going to buy a for sale by owner home, you want an agent involved. Now, we understand why sellers are wanting to think they're saving money by selling on their own. They think they're saving on the commission, right?
Yep.
But I can tell you this, if you're a seller and you're thinking about doing that, definitely meet with a realtor just to make sure you're not leaving money on the table. We've seen a lot of FSBOs that are using old data to price themselves, and what they're finding out, because they're using that dreaded Z word, the zest. I can't even say it without choking, the zestimate, right? That thing is just such a bunch of crap. People live off that. It drives me nuts. It's off old data too, but anyhow.
Yeah, because they know what the inside of your house looks like. That's a real accurate number they're giving you there, right?
It's off in an inclining market. It's off old sales, so they're pricing you down here. Your house is going up. It's crazy. You got to have up-to-date, day-to-day market. Anyways, off my soapbox on that. But you can have representation to buy a FSBO as a buyer. Let's say you just find one you want, and a seller decides to sell it on their own. That's great. But you definitely want representation when you get into that. There's all kinds of things. I've got enough to fill an entire show talking about stories of people who thought they were saving money and got into a FSBO example, and FSBO buy or sell and lost their asses on it. So watch your back on that. If you are for sale by owner and you're in Tampa or you're in Columbus, just so you know, 82% of you will eventually end up listing with a realtor. Give us a call. We've got no problem. We understand you want to save some commission. Let's talk about it and get something worked out. Look, you're the seller. You get to pick the commission that you want to offer to the agents. Hit us up. We'll talk to you about it. We'll work out a program for you that fits your needs. Shane, you guys do the same thing down there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If everybody's good with it, then we're always happy to move forward.
Yeah, we got nothing but love for you. So you want to take a shot on your own, give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, give one of us a buzz. We'll be glad to hook you up with that on the FSBO. So new builds are coming in left and right. In fact, in Columbus right now, here's one's coming in. I'm going to share my screen again. Hang on one second. Share screen. And it was not in the same order when it comes out there. So very cool. Right here is a place called Pinnacle. You remember Grove City, Shane, when you were out here?
I remember the name. I'm not sure I've ever actually been to that part of Columbus, but
I tell you what, it has grown like crazy. We got a golf club down there called Pinnacle Golf Club, but they're getting ready to put in 211 units down there. People are going to be excited in the Grove City area for things that are going on. Shane, and where you're at out there, do you only operate in Pinellas County, or you cover a bunch of different counties like us? We do all 6 contiguous counties here.
I mean, I can go statewide. I mean, I've certainly never done that, but my main focus is, if you're familiar with the Tampa Bay area, it's Pinellas County, so that's Clearwater, Palm Harbor, St. Pete. I do Tampa as well. That's Hillsborough County. Then to the north of that is Newport Richey. That's what I mentioned a minute ago. It's a little more affordable. That's where a lot of the new construction is. So I work that area. And the FSBO we were just talking about, that's actually in Manatee County, down south on Anna Maria Island, going towards Sarasota. So I go all over the place.
Well, Stacy, hear you say Anna Maria Island is one of her favorite places on the planet. She loves that area there on that. So good deal. So you go around there. So Shane, why would someone want to use you? By the way, anybody who's seeing this on replay, hello. If you type your question on the replay, we will get back to you. We can't answer it live, so you can put that on there. I just want to make sure I mentioned that. But Shane, what's a unique thing about you? I mean, there's so many realtors out there for people to choose from, and they have so many choices. In fact, they have friends and family members that are realtors. Why would somebody want to choose you? What's unique about you?
I mean, one of the biggest things, it may even sound kind of silly or simple, is, you know, I've realized that I'm all about customer service. My goal is to work with somebody and have them never work with another real estate agent again for the rest of their life, or anybody in their family. So, you know, I really try to go above and beyond for my clients, and, you know, make it as easy for them, and make sure that they are well represented, because so many other agents are just all about the numbers. They're all about the next deal, and I'm about the next deal from these people. I want to work with them again and again. So that's a big thing. Obviously, technology that we have, some things at EXP that are a huge benefit. So, you know, I think that's vitally important. And one of the other things that I've gotten into with my listings and with the area is, you know, drone work and drone photography. There's been some studies, not to go too far down that bunny trail, but they did some studies and said that 83% of potential sellers want to work with an agent that's utilizing video and I can't talk today, utilizing drone video and pictures for their property. But going up to properties that are even up to $500,000, only about 25% of those properties are using any of that. So that's a huge untapped potential. 83% of the people want it, but only 25% of the people are getting it. So that's something I do on every single property to really showcase the property itself.
When Stacey and I started doing drone photography, I may or may not allegedly have gone out to do our first few drone shots ourselves with a 12-pack of beer with a friend and flown one into a tree. That was the end of my allowance of being allowed to do drone photography ourselves. So now we hire it out. So we do that. Something we've been doing here, Shane, is Homes for Heroes. Have you heard of that before?
Yep.
Check this out. I just used a pen on there to try to do this. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to share my screen with you. I want people out there to see this program. If they know anybody that qualifies for this, it's really cool. Homes for Heroes. Can you see that screen there, Shane?
Yep, I got it.
Great. So Homes for Heroes is for military, them and their families, for medical people, them and their families, their medicals, for school teachers, for first responders, firefighters, police officers, EMTs. And what it basically is I'll put our website below on here. It's hfhcolumbus.com. But basically what it does is it gives cash back for local heroes, firefighters, EMS, law enforcement, military. You see that on there, healthcare professionals and teachers. And so far we have given back $56 million
incredible
off of real estate closings for people that do real estate. And that's a give back from the realtors. They're hand selected who they are in their particular areas. As most of my friends know, I was in the military for 12 years, got a big soft spot for people that do public service. They're severely underpaid for the work they do. And I'm talking teachers, nurses, all of you. So this is our give back to you and the program on here. You can check that out. We love our local heroes and we love giving back to them on that. We also have a Love Your Home guarantee. You want to tell people a little bit about that, Shane, how that works?
So for Love Your Home, that is, you know, if you buy a house with us, then, you know, we want you to love the property that you buy.
Right.
And if for any reason you don't within the first year, then we will be happy to resell that property without charging you a fee on the listing side. So we'll do our job for free to make sure that you get the home that you love. And if you're not, then we'll fix it.
I love that. It's a great guarantee. We have skin in the game with you. You're like, look, what if you move in and you hate your neighbors? I mean, that would never happen, right, Stacey?
Yeah.
Only the neighbors on one side. But she'll respond to that later when she sees this. But what if you do? I mean, you want to get out of there. we'll put our skin in the game with you. We'll help you sell it for no fee on our side with it on that. And then I'm going to shamelessly plug our book that we have. That, of course, I don't have it here in front of me when I was getting ready to say that. But this, Stacey and I, if you're getting ready to sell your house, we have a book we wrote, Secrets Every Home Seller Needs to Know. Whether you're selling now, whether you're selling the next year or so, just let us know. We'll get you a copy of this. All we need you is private message us your address. We'll overnight one out to you so you have that. You'll love your home guarantee. We're getting closer, I think, Shane, to our express offers with EXP. I think in April at our convention, we're going to have a lot of happy sellers in Florida and Ohio. For sellers that don't know what that is, it's really hard right now for a lot of sellers, especially the inventory so low, to put their home on the market, and then they're afraid that it's going to sell fast because it will, and then they don't have something to buy, right? They don't want to be homeless. So there's some strategies that we have that we use, right, Shane, as far as giving them a lease back in the property where they can stay in the house till they buy one. But Express Offers is going to be incredible. Did you want to tell them a little bit about that, what's coming, just to kind of wet their whistle?
I mean, Express Offers is EXP's in-house program. So we're going to be moving forward with a program where we can bring you an offer ready to close and get it done quickly before your house ever even hits the market. So like you said, I'm dealing with the same thing. I think across the country, almost all of us are, where a lot of people are reticent to put their house on the market because, like you said, they don't have anywhere to go. So this is an opportunity. If you find that house that you love or where you really want to go, but you can't buy it because you haven't sold your home, then this is freeing up people to do that. So now you can go ahead and make an offer on that new property, knowing that you've got another offer for your current home, and you can sell that. And you don't have to worry about listing it, showing it, doing any of that. You can just get both the deals done and move on to the new house, to the better house, smaller house, but the better fit. So,
well, why are realtors going to love it?
Well, it's two deals for one thing. You know, we'll sell the property. Yeah,
one listing lead gets you 2 transactions. You get to represent the seller on the buy side, as Express Offers pays cash. Cash, by the way. How'd you like to walk into a listing appointment and get paid 48 hours later?
Oh, that'd be great.
Anybody else out there would like that? Yes, I hear my realtors. You want to hit Shane or I up about EXP on this, and then turn around and list it with Express Offers, because they'll list it with you because you brought them the deal, and they might do a little work to the house or something like that, and maybe do some renovations or whatever they think they need based on your recommendations, and they're going to list it with you. Double transaction on one deal. I was telling that to an agent yesterday, and he was like, "Whoa, that's better than the iBuyer program we have." I'm like, "I know." We're very.
And you're going to know that property even better. You sell it twice, you're going to know everything about it.
Yeah, you know everything about it, and we've got virtual staging, all kinds of crazy stuff that's going to be great on that. So I think that was everything we wanted to cover today. What else do we have anything else we wanted to throw in there? I looked through just real quick. I didn't see any comments, questions out there from anybody. Some people liking the stuff, but if they have a question, you can always type it there. If you're watching it, and we'll get back to you. But here's the thing: if you're interested in buying, selling, or investing in real estate, hit one of us up on Facebook Messenger, or if you're on YouTube, just put a comment on there and I'll reach out to you. Or you can Google us and find our phone numbers and hit us up with that. And even if you're like, well, I'm not thinking about doing something until August, now's the time to talk. Right? It's always 6 months ahead. You want to meet with your realtor at least 6 months ahead before you're thinking about doing something. And so that's good. And if you're looking at joining a really incredible business, an agent-obsessed business, you want to do that. Oh, there comes Stacey from there. Don't worry, they can't see you on there. She's all dressed up, getting ready to head out of here. I'm still dressed as this. I do want to share one last thing on the screen, and then we'll jump off of here. It was right there. Hang on one second. It is with our EXP. I wanted people to get a chance to see this right here. It was beautiful. A new website that I don't even know if you've seen yet, Shane. Have you seen this? Life.exprealty.com?
No, I haven't seen this version of it.
Yep. So life.exprealty.com talks about why you would want to join EXP. It highlights some different agents that are on there. It's got EXP in the news, but it's a really incredible website that if you just want to kind of get a taste of what EXP is about, it's open to the public to go in there and check it out. I want people to get a chance to see that. So that is all I had for today. If you got anything else to add, otherwise we will jump off here. We'll do next Thursday. I got a couple guest speakers jumping on with us next Thursday. One from Nashville, it's going to get on, and one from South Carolina. We're talking about markets in different areas that are going on, see how close they are to ours, and we will go from there.
Awesome.
So
I think we got it all for today. So,
all right, Shane, I'm doing a Vandalia listing next week. You ever heard of that place, Vandalia, Ohio?
Oh, yeah, 40, 70.
Right around the street from the old Tip City. So anyways, all right, Willie. Well, thank you, Willie Melendez. We appreciate that. Willie, I don't know, have you met Willie yet, Shane?
No. Hey, Willie.
Willie is a great agent here in Central Ohio. He is bilingual, which helps out a bunch. He's already invited some agents, an agent to EXP, a good friend of his, Pedro, who just got started in real estate, just got a commercial lead. He and I are working on a commercial deal. But if you're looking, folks out there, if you're watching this, if you have somebody who needs to be able to speak Spanish, mine is not good enough. Willie is your guy. He is really excellent at it, super professional at work, and also here in real estate. We got some open houses going on this weekend, a bunch of listings coming on. The inventory is getting ready to blow up in Ohio. The first flowers are coming out. It's going to be an incredible spring. So, hi, Norma. Nice to see you. Norma, you're in Canada still, right? I believe you are. It's good to see you on here. But I'll see everybody later. We'll get back to people who make comments on here that are watching it, that are not watching it live, and we'll go from there. Have a good one, Shane. I'll talk to you soon.
You too, Jim. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See you. Bye.
Bye.